Okay, today we're going to be practicing identifying the different cases and then the verbs within the sentence. I would also like you to do the English translation. I will do this orally as there's not enough room to write, but hopefully you have completed this already. So for number one, the English translation is Quintus gave the servant money. The verb is debited, the nominative is Quintus, the accusative is pecuniam, and the dative is servo. Number two, it's Quintus shows his friends the discus. The verb is ostended, the nominative is Quintus, the accusative is discum, and the dative is amicis. For number three, it's Metella was searching for a gift for her son. The verb is quaerabat, Metella is the nominative, donum is the accusative, and filio is the dative. For number four, the merchant shows the women togas. Ostended is the verb, mercator is the nominative, togas is the accusative, and feminis is the dative. For number five, it's Metella chose a toga for Quintus. The verb is elegit, the nominative is Metella, the accusative is togam, and Quinto is the dative. For number six, Melissa gave the merchant money. So debited is the verb, Melissa is the nominative, pecuniam is the accusative, and mercatori is the dative. Number seven, Clemens was offering the guests wine. So afferabat is the verb, Clemens is the nominative, venum is the accusative, hospitabus is the dative. 8. Quintus gave a sign to the slave girls. Debited is the verb, Quintus is the nominative, signum is the accusative, ancilli is the dative. Number 9. The slaves were handing over the discs to the citizens. Tradebant is the verb, servi is the nominative, discos is the accusative, quibus is the dative. Number 10, Caecilius gave Quintus a disc. So debited is the verb, Caecilius is the nominative, discum is the accusative, Quinto is the dative. Number 11, Clemens was offering wine to the girls. So afferabat is the verb, Clemens is the nominative, venum is the accusative, puelli is the dative. 12, Quintus shows the athlete the discus. So ostended is the verb, Quintus is the nominative, discum is the accusative, and athleti is the dative. 13. The servant handed over the disc to Quintus. So tradidit is the verb, servus is the nominative, discum is the accusative, and Quinto is the dative. Number 14. The young man handed over money to the slave. Tradidit is the verb, Eumenus is the nominative, pecuniam is the accusative, servo is the dative. Number 15, the master bought a statue for the merchant, and that would be emit is the verb, dominus is the nominative, statuam is the accusative, and mercatori is the dative. And then 16, our last sentence, the slaves were offering the spectators wine. So afferabat is the verb, servi is the nominative, venum is the accusative, and spectatoribus is the dative. By now you may have noticed that there is a general pattern that is followed in all of these sentences. And that is the nominative is the first word in the sentence, followed then by the dative, and then by the accusative, and then the last word being the verb. This is the general sentence pattern, but it's not always the sentence pattern. So be sure that you are still looking at your noun endings, because the noun endings truly are the things that tell us what case something is. Okay, so the servo, the O in number 1, tells us that it's dative, whereas pecuniam with that am tells us that it's accusative. Okay, so just make sure that you're always looking at the endings. That's what's very important.